Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're exploring the incredible world of the Liberty United States America One Dime coins, the small but mighty pieces of history that could be worth a fortune today. These beautiful Liberty dimes, from the classic Mercury Dime to the modern Roosevelt Dime, hold stories of American freedom, silver, and hidden value that every collector should know. In this video, we'll reveal the most valuable and rare Liberty One Dime coins, including the legendary 1916 D Mercury Dime, the 1942-41 overdate error, and other rare silver dime varieties that can sell for thousands or even millions of dollars in today's coin market. These tiny treasures prove that even the smallest coin can hold unimaginable worth. So don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell icon, because we're about to uncover the top Liberty United States One Dime coins that could turn a simple 10-cent piece into a life-changing jackpot. The 1918 Mercury One Dime is one of the most mesmerizing treasures in American coinage, a small yet powerful relic of history that carries an unimaginable worth in today's collector's world. Born during the final year of World War I, this coin isn't just silver. It's a piece of the nation's spirit, forged during a time of change, resilience, and hope. Designed by the legendary sculptor Adolf A. Weinman, the Mercury Dime portrays liberty wearing a wing cap, representing freedom of thought, a timeless symbol of America's progress. What makes the 1918 Mercury Dime so extraordinary is its rarity, beauty, and mysterious allure. Some varieties and minting errors from this year are valued at staggering amounts, with pristine examples commanding prices that could easily reach tens of thousands or even more. This is not just a 10-cent piece. It's a coin with the potential to change your fortune overnight, a dazzling silver key that could unlock unimaginable wealth for those lucky enough to find it. Among all Mercury dimes minted in 1918, the most valuable are those struck in Denver, marked with small D beneath the olive branch on the reverse side. The 1918 D Mercury Dime holds legendary status in numismatic circles, especially those with the elusive full bands strike on the fasces, where the horizontal bands are clearly defined and fully separated. Coins with these sharply detailed bands are incredibly rare, as most dimes from this era were weakly struck or heavily circulated. A 1918 D Mercury Dime in flawless mint state with full bands can fetch prices soaring beyond $200,000 at major auctions. Such coins are prized not only for their rarity, but also for their breathtaking condition, which captures the artistry and craftsmanship of early 20th century minting at its peak. If you ever come across a shiny 1918 D Mercury Dime in your collection, handle it with care. You could be holding a small piece of silver worth more than a luxury car or even a home. The magic of the 1918 Mercury Dime goes far beyond its silver content or historical design. It lies in its errors and mysteries. During the minting process, several remarkable mistakes occurred that have made certain coins from this year unbelievably valuable. One of the most famous is a 1918 7D overdate Mercury Dime, where the number 8 was mistakenly struck over a 7. This rare variety has become one of the most iconic and valuable error coins in U.S. history, with some examples selling for over $300,000 in top condition. The overdate can be identified by a faint trace of the underlying 7 beneath the 8 in the date. These minting accidents weren't intentional, but they created treasures that today captivate collectors and investors worldwide. The thrill of discovering such an error coin is indescribable. It's like uncovering a hidden gem that history accidentally left behind. When you hold a 1918 Mercury Dime, you're not just holding silver, you're holding a story. This coin was minted during one of the most pivotal moments in American history, right as the First World War was coming to an end. It carries the energy of that era, the hope for peace, the resilience of a recovering nation, and the vision of a brighter future. Each scratch, each shine, and each detail reflects the hands of time. For the people in 1918, a dime could buy a loaf of bread or a ticket on a streetcar. Today, that same dime, preserved in brilliant condition, could buy a luxury car or even pay for a college education. It's a powerful reminder how something so small can grow in value beyond imagination with time, rarity, and historical weight behind it. The design itself is pure artistry, a perfect balance of beauty and symbolism. Liberty's youthful face, crowned with wings, embodies the spirit of freedom, while the reverse design featuring a fasces wrapped in olive branches stand for strength and peace united. Weinman's work was not just functional currency. It was a sculptural masterpiece in miniature. The Mercury Dime became one of the most admired coins in U.S. history because of its message that progress and peace can coexist, that strength should always be tempered with compassion. Every curve and line of this coin tells a story of inspiration, one that resonates deeply with collectors who see it not just as money, but as art frozen in time. Over the decades, the 1918 Mercury Dime has become a cornerstone of American numismatics. Collectors, historians, and investors alike are drawn to it for its combination of scarcity, beauty, and potential for extraordinary value. Even lower-grade versions are highly sought after, and their prices continue to climb each year as supply dwindles and demand grows. While many dimes have faded into obscurity, the 1918 Mercury Dime remains a shining star, a coin that continues to turn heads at auctions and spark excitement among experts and beginners alike. The more pristine its condition, the higher the price it commands, with uncirculated examples being the ultimate collector's dream. But what makes the 1918 Mercury Dime truly fascinating is its unpredictability, the way its value can multiply overnight. There have been countless stories of ordinary people discovering this rare coin in inherited collections, old jars, or dusty boxes, unaware of the fortune they held. One lucky finder could turn a forgotten piece of change into a life-changing treasure. That's the allure of rare coins. They hide in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered by someone with a keen eye and a bit of luck. The 1918 Mercury Dime is living proof that fortune sometimes comes wrapped in history, waiting patiently for those who dare to look closer. Even in the broader landscape of collectible coins, the 1918 Mercury Dime holds a throne of prestige. While Jefferson nickels and bicentennial coins have their moments of fame, the Mercury Dime represents the pinnacle of early American silver craftsmanship. Its rising value in the numismatic market has drawn investors from around the world, turning what was once pocket change into a powerful financial asset. As the years go by, these coins will only grow rarer, and their worth, both emotional and monetary, will continue to rise. For many collectors, owning a 1918 Mercury Dime isn't just an investment. It's a legacy, a piece of America's soul preserved in silver. So if you ever come across a 1918, the 1928 Mercury One Dime, a coin so small yet so powerful, holds within a legacy of beauty, rarity, and unimaginable worth. Minted during a time when America was emerging from the roaring 20s and stepping toward an uncertain future, this dime is far more than just 10 cents of silver. It is a symbol of endurance, artistry, and hidden fortune. Designed by the legendary sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the Mercury Dime features Lady Liberty with wings on her cap, a timeless image representing freedom of thought and progress. For collectors around the world, the 1928 Mercury Dime stands as a shining relic of numismatic excellence, a coin that whispers tales of the past while promising the possibility of unimaginable wealth in the present. Some rare examples of this coin, especially in pristine or error-struck condition, have sold for staggering amounts, turning ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Among all the Mercury Dimes ever produced, the 1928 edition remains one of the most fascinating and sought after. It was minted at 3 U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each version carries its own allure, but the 1928 S Mercury Dime is the one that captures the imagination of collectors the most. With only a limited number struck that year, and even fewer surviving in uncirculated condition, the 1928 S has become a true prize. A coin that once passed to the hands of ordinary Americans now stands as a symbol of rarity and elegance. In full bands condition, where the horizontal lines and the reverse fasces are perfectly sharp, these coins can fetch prices well into the tens of thousands of dollars, with some pristine specimens surpassing $50,000 or more at major auctions. To hold one of these is to hold not just silver, but a fragment of history, one that could change your fortune forever. The design of the 1928 Mercury Dime itself is nothing short of mesmerizing. Lady Liberty's youthful face, crowned with wings, evokes the spirit of freedom and intelligence, the very essence of what America stood for during that golden age. The reverse design, featuring a fasces wrapped in olive branches, carries a deeper message, the unity of strength and peace. Adolf Weinmann creation transformed a simple coin into a masterpiece of art and symbolism, admired even a century later for its perfection and detail. Every curve, every line, and every gleam of the silver surface tells a story of pride, craftsmanship, and timeless grace. It's no wonder collectors refer to it as one of the most beautiful coins ever made in U.S. history. What makes the 1928 Mercury Dime even more intriguing is the mystery of its minting errors, the accidental masterpieces that have become numismatic legends. During production, some coins were struck with slight misalignments or double designs, creating rare varieties that now command astronomical values. A 1928 Mercury Dime with visible doubling on the date or lettering can turn a small piece of silver into a life-changing treasure. Even off-center strikes or repunch mint marks, where the mint letter was struck twice in slightly different spots, have fetched thousands of dollars. These minting mistakes, once seen as imperfections, are now golden opportunities for collectors who recognize their rarity. Every flaw, every inconsistency adds a layer of uniqueness that drives prices higher with each passing year. Beyond its beauty and rarity, the 1928 Mercury Dime carries an emotional and historical significance that deepens its value. Minted just before the onset of the Great Depression, this coin witnessed an era of both prosperity and hardship. It circulated in a world that was changing rapidly, where jazz echoed through city streets, where cars replaced horse-drawn carriages, and where America's dreams were as bright as its silver coinage. Each 1928 Mercury Dime that survives today is a silent witness to that transformative era. It passed to the hands of workers, merchants, and dreamers, a piece of everyday life that now shines as a relic of resilience. When you hold this coin, you're not just holding metal. You're touching a fragment of America's spirit. The market for the 1928 Mercury Dime has exploded in recent years, driven by both collectors and investors who understand its growing scarcity. As silver prices climb and the number of well-preserved examples dwindles, the value of these coins continues to soar. Even moderately circulated versions have become prized possessions, while mint state coins are considered true trophies. In today's numismatic world, the 1928 Mercury Dime stands as one of the most reliable symbols of long-term value. Experts believe that its worth will only continue to rise, making it not just a collector's dream, but also a powerful financial investment. To own one is to possess a piece of history that appreciates in both beauty and price with every passing year. Stories of life-changing discoveries continue to fuel the fascination with this coin. Imagine finding an old coin jar in your grandparents' attic, and tucked among the pennies and nickels lies a gleaming 1928 Mercury Dime, one that could be worth a fortune. Such tales aren't just fantasy. They've happened before. Ordinary people have stumbled upon these hidden gems, unknowingly holding thousands or even millions of dollars in their hands. That's the thrilling mystery of rare coins. They remind us that treasures often hide in plain sight. Every collector dreams of that one moment of discovery, the heart-stopping realization that an old, forgotten coin could change their destiny forever. Even when compared to other legendary coins like the Jefferson nickel or bicentennial dollar, the 1928 Mercury Dime stand apart as a masterpiece of elegance and prestige. Its blend of rarity, historical depth, and aesthetic beauty gives a timeless appeal that transcends generations. Investors, historians, and dreamers all see it as more than a collectible. It's a bridge between art and fortune, between the past and the present. Every detail of this dime, from the sparkle of its silver to precision of its engraving, whispers a story of greatness. To own one is to own a fragment of American pride, a symbol of how something so small can hold so much power. So, before you overlook that small coin sitting in a box or drawer, take a closer look. It might just be the legendary 1928 Mercury One Dime. Its century-old glow, breathtaking design, and astonishing value make it one of the most captivating treasures in U.S. coinage. It's more than money. It's magic in metal form, a tiny silver masterpiece that has outshined time itself. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or a dreamer chasing fortune, remember this. That small dime could be the key to transforming your life, a forgotten relic that carries within it the power to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary and the past into pure gold. The 1935 Mercury One Dime, a small silver coin with a century-old soul, stands as one of the most captivating treasures in American coin history. At first glance, it might look like just another old dime, but beneath its modest appearance lies a legacy of beauty, craftsmanship, and unimaginable worth. Minted during the final stretch of the Great Depression, this coin carries a silent story of survival, hope, and the unbreakable American spirit. Designed by the master sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the Mercury Dime features the iconic winged liberty, often mistaken for the Roman god Mercury, symbolizing freedom of thought and the soaring dreams of a nation. Today, the 1935 Mercury Dime is far more than a piece of currency. It's a collectible masterpiece, a tangible connection to history, and for some, a ticket to fortune. Rare, flawless specimens of this coin have sold for extraordinary amounts, sometimes reaching well into the tens of thousands of dollars. The 1935 Mercury Dime was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each version has its own story and rarity, but the 1935 S Mercury Dime holds a special place in collectors' hearts. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer dimes that year, and due to heavy circulation, finding one in near-perfect, full-band condition, with fine horizontal lines on the fasces at the back remain sharp and intact, is almost impossible. That's why such specimens command breathtaking prices in auctions. A 1935 S Mercury Dime with strong details, full luster, and those coveted full bands can easily sell for $15,000 to $50,000, depending on its grade and shine. Even ordinary-looking examples can surprise experts when they reveal their hidden brilliance under magnification. That's what makes this coin so thrilling. A forgotten dime in your collection could be worth more than gold itself. The artistry of the 1935 Mercury Dime adds another layer to its magic. Adolph A. Weinman's winged liberty design isn't just a beautiful face. It's a symbol of intelligence, progress, and strength. Every line of the portrait radiates dignity and freedom, while the reverse side, featuring the fasces bound by olive branches, embodies the perfect balance between peace and power. The design wasn't merely meant to look elegant. It carried deep meaning at a time when America was healing from economic despair. Even now, nearly 100 years later, collectors admire this coin not only for its value but for its emotion, a work of art that represents resilience through hardship. The silver shimmer of a 1935 Mercury Dime, especially one preserved in mint condition, feels almost alive, a relic of history that still breathes. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1935 Mercury Dime is its rare minting errors, which can catapult its value from hundreds to thousands of dollars in an instant. Some coins were struck slightly off-center, creating unique visual distortions, while others have double dies, subtle doubling of the numbers or letters that give a design a ghostly echo. A few even have repunched mint marks, where the D or S appears layered or doubled. These so-called mistakes are now treasures in the numismatic world. Collectors chase after them because no two are exactly alike. Each one is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece of history. Imagine discovering a 1935 Mercury Dime with a clear double die or mint mark. That tiny imperfection could make your coin worth a fortune overnight. The 1935 Mercury Dime also stands as a powerful historical artifact. America in 1935 was a nation in transition, still recovering from the Great Depression, but moving toward a brighter future. Every dime minted during that time was a symbol of effort, endurance, and optimism. These coins circulated among hard-working families, passing from hand to hand as people rebuilt their lives and dreams. When you hold a 1935 Mercury Dime today, you're not just holding silver, you're holding a piece of that determination. It's a connection to an era when every coin mattered, every cent had purpose, and hope was minted alongside hardship. That's why collectors treasure these dimes, not only for their monetary value, but for the human story they carry. As decades passed, the value of a 1935 Mercury Dime continued to climb. Silver prices rose. Coin collecting became a global passion, and the number of surviving high-grade specimens dwindled. Today, Even circulated examples are sought after by enthusiasts worldwide. Pristine coins graded by experts, especially those with full bands or exceptional luster, are considered museum-worthy. The coin market has seen consistent growth for Mercury dimes, and experts predict that as these coins become rarer, their worth could skyrocket even further. The 1935 dime, once used to buy a cup of coffee, could now buy you a luxury watch, a car, or even a home. Its transformation from simple change to a treasure chest of value is one of the most incredible stories in American numismatics. The fascination with coins like the 1935 Mercury Dime isn't just about collecting. It's about discovery. Stories continue to emerge of people finding valuable coins in inherited collections, dusty drawers, or old jars of change. Some stumble upon coins worth thousands without even realizing it at first. It's a reminder that hidden fortune sometimes hides in plain sight. Imagine finding a dull, forgotten dime only to learn that it's a rare 1935 S or error-struck version worth more than a lifetime of savings. It's the thrill of possibility that makes coin collecting so mesmerizing. The idea that something so small could hold such power. Even when compared to other famous coins, like Jefferson nickels, bicentennial quarters, or Eisenhower dollars, the Mercury dime reigns supreme for its artistry and emotional appeal. The 1935 edition, in particular, blends history, rarity, and beauty into one extraordinary piece. Its smooth edges, balanced proportions, and deep symbolism make it one of the most admired designs in American minting history. Every serious collector dreams of owning one in perfect condition, not just for its market value, but for the pride of holding something so pure and timeless. So before you dismiss that old coin lying in your collection, take a moment to look closer. That simple dime could be your golden ticket. The 1935 Mercury One Dime isn't just a coin. It's a piece of art, a window into history, and possibly your pathway to fortune. Its silver glow carries the memories of a century. Its design reflects the ideals of liberty, and its rarity promises wealth beyond imagination. Whether you're a collector, a dreamer, or someone searching for the next great treasure, remember this. Sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest secrets. That single silver dime could be the key to unlocking a legacy, a fortune, and a future brighter than you ever imagined. The 1917 Mercury One Dime, a tiny silver coin with a century-old heartbeat, is one of those rare treasures that carry the magic of history, art, and unimaginable fortune. Minted in an age of transformation, just after World War I, this coin represents not only economic rebirth, but also the enduring symbol of American liberty and progress. Designed by the legendary sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the Mercury Dime features Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap, a masterpiece that captures the essence of freedom of thought, courage, and innovation. But beyond its beauty lies something even more powerful, rarity. The 1917 Mercury Dime, especially those struck in exceptional condition or with rare minting errors, can fetch life-changing sums. Some examples have sold for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, making them among the most desirable coins in the entire Mercury series. For collectors and dreamers alike, this coin isn't just silver, it's a symbol of fortune waiting to be rediscovered. The 1917 Mercury Dime was produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Each mint created its own story, but the 1917D and 1917S versions stand out as the true gems of this iconic year. Due to low mintage numbers and heavy circulation, very few of these coins survived in pristine condition. And among those survivors, only a handful have what collectors call full bands, sharp, unbroken lines across the fasces on the coin's reverse. These details, often worn away through use, are the holy grail for coin enthusiasts. A 1917S Mercury Dime with full bands can sell for over $50,000, while mint-state examples of the 1917D have reached staggering prices in top auctions. Even circulated versions can be worth hundreds, depending on their shine, strike, and rarity. Imagine holding a 10-cent coin that could be worth more than a luxury car. That's the power of the 1917 Mercury Dime. Adolph Weinman's design turned this dime into a timeless work of art. The obverse features Liberty's youthful profile, her cap adorned with wings that symbolize thought and freedom, a reflection of America's intellectual awakening during the early 20th century. The reverse, showing a fasces bound by olive branches, tells a deeper story. Strength united with peace. Every curve, every detail on this coin embodies the soul of an era defined by resilience and hope. When the 1917 Mercury Dime gleams under the light, it doesn't just sparkle. It tells a story of artistry meeting national pride. That's why numismatists regard this design as one of the most beautiful in U.S. history. A coin that transcends money and becomes pure art. But what truly sends collectors into a frenzy are the rare minting errors that occasionally appear on 1917 Mercury dimes. Some coins were struck slightly off-center, creating a ghostly shadow effect, while others show doubling the date or lettering, what collectors call double dies. Even a faint misalignment or repunchment mark with a D or S appears doubled can skyrocket a coin's worth. These rare errors are like hidden codes left behind by the mint. Accidental masterpieces that today are worth their weight in gold. A well-preserved error coin from 1917 can fetch thousands, and some even reach six figures in the right market. Imagine the thrill of discovering such a coin in an old jar or family collection, a forgotten relic with the power to change your life overnight. The historical value of a 1917 Mercury dime makes it even more extraordinary. America was healing from the First World War. Industries were booming, and the spirit of the nation was shifting toward a new era of confidence and creativity. Every coin struck that year carries the silent imprint of those times, of soldiers returning home, of factories roaring to life, and of families rebuilding their futures. When you hold a 1917 dime in your palm, you're holding more than just a collectible. You're holding a piece of history that has survived wars, economic depressions, and generations of change. That's what gives this coin its soul, the sense that it has lived through the rise and evolution of America itself. As time passed, many of these dimes were lost, melted for silver, or worn down through decades of circulation. This natural attrition only makes the surviving examples more valuable today. The 1917 Mercury dime's allure has grown exponentially as collectors realize how few pristine specimens remain. Silver prices have risen, and the coin's combination of rarity, beauty, and historical resonance has made it one of the most treasured pieces in the numismatic world. Auction houses around the globe continue to set record prices for top-graded examples, and experts believe its value will only increase with time. The coin that once bought a loaf of bread can now buy a home, proof that real treasure often hides in the simplest of places. Collectors often describe a 1917 Mercury dime as a dream coin, something that inspires passion and mystery. It's not just about its monetary value. It's about the story it carries. Every scratch and shine tells a tale of hands that once held it, of the dreams it represented, and of the journey it took to survive a century. The search for these coins has become a modern-day treasure hunt. People across the world still dig through old collections, hoping to find one of these elusive dimes. And every so often, someone does, a lucky collector who turns an old coin into a fortune, proving that the past still has gifts to offer. Compared to other famous U.S. coins like the Jefferson nickels or bicentennial dollars, the Mercury dime has a unique emotional power. Its artistry, rarity, and the era it represents give it a timeless quality that few coins can match. The 1917 issue, in particular, shines brighter than most, a perfect harmony of history and elegance. Collectors don't just see it as a coin, they see it as a link to something bigger, a legacy of craftsmanship and national pride. To own one is to own a piece of America's story, a reminder that beauty and value can endure even through the hardest of times. So before you overlook that old dime sitting in a drawer or coin jar, take a closer look. It might just be the legendary 1917 Mercury One Dime. Its graceful design, hidden rarity, and staggering worth make it one of the most extraordinary coins in American history. This isn't just a dime. It's a relic of freedom, a masterpiece of art, and a silent treasure waiting to reveal its fortune. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or someone simply fascinated by the mysteries of time, remember this. That tiny silver coin could be the spark that changes everything. The 1917 Mercury Dime is proof that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable power, a coin from the past that could shape your future.